We are now live. Get out of the picture, Willie. Anyway, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is a special show from Coffee Time Again, Exposing the Truth. Today we're doing a special live program, hour and a half program, and we're interviewing veterans as they want to be, the spouses of veterans, the children of veterans, whoever needs to want to have something to say. Today we're going to start off with Bunny, our first guest, and I'm going to introduce Betty here and let her tell you what's going on. So have a seat, grab a cup of coffee, and enjoy the show. Because I am certainly going to. This is a show that's important for the veterans. We need to remember our veterans. They're very important to us. They always have been since 1776, and they will always be that way. So let's go. Bonnie, I'm sorry. Bunny, yeah, I'll get your name right in a minute. Go ahead and tell us about yourself and what do you want to talk about this morning?
Uh, Good morning. I'm proud to be the wife of a veteran, mother of two veterans, and I just want to say thank you to all who have served. And um, I'm a little apprehensive talking on the microphone, but my own experience as a dependent wife. Uh, I enjoyed the life being uh, a dependent of the U.S. Army. I feel like I was married to the Army.
I bet you did.
Uh, for me, I came from a very small town. I had never been away. Married my husband, who was a sergeant first class at the time. Um, he had applied for officer candidate school in Fort Bliss, Texas, which many of you know that experience. Um, we survived that, and he served altogether 29 years. So I had many experiences learning the life of a military man and raising children. Um, I don't know what you'd find of interest, excepting I had many travel places I'd never been. Taiwan, Alaska, and Germany, Texas, Colorado, Washington State, where I came from. Um, I have uh, a sense of pride in all of you who served, and I thank you. Thank you for putting up with this.
Hey, you did a fine job there, Bunny. I appreciate you very much. I got a couple questions though. You say you've lived in various countries around the world.
Yes.
You ever make it to Korea?
Uh, my husband was stationed there, but it was not a no.
No, you
I
never made
didn't
it.
live there. My son did.
Yeah,
My son did, and I have visited.
yeah,
No, it wasn't a hardship tour.
yeah. It was. It was that way when I went there too, back in the '70s, early '70s.
Yeah.
I was there.
Uh-huh.
They were still shooting each other,
Yes.
even in the '70s. So it was a pretty wicked trip.
Yes.
What other countries? Taiwan, you said. Thailand,
Taiwan, Germany.
Germany.
Germany was wonderful.
So I heard.
Uh-huh. And then in 1967, my husband was in Vietnam.
Hmm.
When he returned, We had orders to Alaska, which it was still considered an overseas assignment in
Oh.
1967.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we drove the Alcan, and that was a very good reunion
Yeah, I
time
bet it was.
for the family.
The Alcan Highway. That was a wicked highway they built during World War II. It
Yes.
didn't take them long to build that one, did it?
That, and to drive it even in 1967 was still pretty primitive.
I bet it was. I bet it was.
It was very nice. It was
So you have two sons, you said, the one in the military?
yes, two sons. Eldest son went to the Air Force Academy and made a career of the Air Force. Second son went to the Marines, and when he started raising a family, he changed courses.
Okay,
So
I can understand that.
yeah, we're all pretty gung ho.
Good for you. They're all proud to be Americans. I'm proud of you for being the guest on the show this morning.
Thank you.
And if you want to watch it again, I'm going to be publishing it. It'll be a couple or 3 weeks before I get it published because it's going to be a long show. But it'll be on, and you can take it to your friends and show it to your friends. You can take it to your family and show your family that you were on the internet live.
That'll be a real revelation.
Yes,
to
it
them.
will be. You can tell them it'll be there about 3 weeks before I get it up.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Bonnie.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate you a lot. You've been a good person.
Thank you. Thank you, all veterans. It's okay for me to sit in, isn't
Yeah,
it?
oh, absolutely. It's fine. I'm glad to have the audience. Your turn, Henry.
Very good dissertation. Expect me to remember anything, I probably can't remember what the name was.
Well, I'll remember you, Colonel.
Yes, I'll tell you. Seems there are many places over there that you mentioned the name, I might remember it.
All right. I'll do my
I
best.
was in mostly B-25s, you know, and we're a low-level bomber.
Yeah.
We get down below the radar on the mountainous country, get in there and lay the hell out of them before they know we're there.
This was in Vietnam or Korea?
Yeah.
Korea? Yeah. I've seen some videos of those B-25s coming in and blowing them up.
Yeah.
How long did you spend in the military?
How long?
Yeah.
4 years.
4 years?
I enlisted for 3, and then when the Korean War broke out, they
Yeah.
extended it 1 year.
One more year, yeah.
So we was drafted 1 year.
Yeah. Did you, were you a pilot or just a
I was a flight engineer.
flight engineer?
Yeah.
That's a tense job.
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of dangerous to go fix something that's stuck down there. You gotta crawl down there and fix it.
Yeah, in flight.
Have to,
Wonderful.
There's little reflector lights.
Hmm.
Lights on you to watch where you go.
Was it dark in the aircraft?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because you were down in the belly.
Yeah. Now we get down there. There's every place in that plane. Been.
Well, I forgot to do something. Give me a second. I forgot to introduce Henry. Around here, we call him the Colonel. I don't know why, but we do. But this is Henry. He was in the Air Force. In the Air Force during the Korean War for a while. In the beginning, he was a not a B-50, B-25
25.
flight engineer, having to repair aircraft in mid-flight going and bombing the North Koreans. So he's had quite an extended career. He spent 4 years, which is wonderful. We're proud of you for being a member of the veterans. We're proud of you for serving your country. And I'm very proud of you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, I never did. Korea was a hilly country.
Could you talk a little closer to the mic?
Yeah. The microphone. All hills down there.
What company did you serve with? What flight?
Huh?
What flight did you work with? What company? I guess they don't call them companies in the Air Force, do they?
Uh,
Call them, now I forgot what they used to be called. But anyway, you spent a year in Korea, came home and got out, and then what'd you do?
they didn't tell you that. Got in with the government. I was work, done a lot of tremendous lot of security work.
Okay,
And, your nose didn't wipe. I had to go find out why.
yeah,
Sneak in, sneak out.
wonderful, Henry.
Yeah, that's a lot of things. I can't remember what my name is sometimes.
No, you do a good job, Henry. Even though we call you the Colonel sometimes, you still remember Henry. You may forget your teeth.
Huh?
You may forget your teeth,
Yeah. Yeah,
but that's all right. So do I.
They gave me my first set of dentures. In fact, I've had dentures ever since then.
Oh wow, that's a long time.
I lost all my teeth. They opened my mouth when I wasn't supposed to.
Yep, that'll happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Usually when somebody's thumping on me.
Yeah,
So,
it's,
where you from, Henry?
where am I from?
Yeah,
Wyoming.
Wyoming,
Yeah, I was born to Torrington.
Churton.
That's where I was born. I was born between Torrington and Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
My folks had a farm out
How'd you get out of Wyoming?
Huh?
How'd you get out of Wyoming?
there. Well, when I started getting into these care centers,
Mm-hmm.
I was in Casper for quite a while because then I moved to Torrington.
Yeah.
And
Well, Henry, one thing is for sure. I am proud of you for your service. I'm proud of you for standing up here and coming on my show for me this morning. I like to interview. I like people. I like to interview people, and you're a good man.
yeah, I found out what you what I'm good for.
Well, I don't know that either. I just know you're a good man at it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But now, one thing about the B-25 is we can get in below the radar. If we were fast enough to get out there before they blowed us.
Yeah. In and out real quick. They weren't jets. Were they pop drops or jets?
Problem.
Pop. But they flew pretty fast. Hmm?
Two engine problem.
Two engine pop. It don't seem like I could fly fast enough, but maybe it could.
There's not fast plane.
Oh, okay.
There's a slow plane.
Mm-hmm.
We get to fly in the mountains, real
Yeah.
slow. Go down the mountains, get in there, raise hell, and then get down again.
All right.
Yeah.
You have anything else you want to say, Henry?
No. Then I come down here and I had a big old can of nuts on the table, and there's just now.
Yeah.
I had to dump it that's all over the floor now.
Hey, you gotta go pick it up.
Yeah, now I gotta go pick it up.
That's even the mess I had here. Trying to get this all set up in this place out of my room.
I don't know that I could eat them or not. No. Yeah, I haul a lot of stuff over to Korea too.
Okay.
I know at Christmas time, 2 weeks before Christmas, I'd go in and pick up a whole sleigh of men and so on and bring them back. And 2 weeks after Christmas, take it back over there.
Okay.
Done that for quite a while.
All right. Sounds interesting.
The only thing is, you guys there, they got a hold of their bottle of hoots.
Yeah.
They were drunk when they get there.
I can understand it. Being up in Wyoming, it's cold. You got to have something to warm you up.
Yeah.
Done that a time or two myself when I was younger.
I've got a nephew now he's the coordinator for Japan. Now, he was in the Air Force.
Oh, you have a son in the Air Force too?
Actually, wasn't my son, my sister's son.
Your sister's been in the military? Your sister was in the military?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, in fact, his wife was an Air Force pilot.
Oh, okay.
She was quite a pilot too. She could really fly that plane.
Oh, okay. That's wonderful. I like to see women pilots and women in the military.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you go, Henry. Thank you very much. That was Henry coming in and telling us about his experience during the first part of the Korean War. Backing out here, and that's his. Huh? It's all right. Yeah, this is still Dale. We're still live. We got another gentleman who came in. You wanted to be interviewed, sir?
Huh?
You wanted to be interviewed?
Okay.
Can you get around there all right?
Frank's around here. How's this?
You got to come up a little bit this way because it'll be on the camera.
Okay.
I can do that. I can do that. I can bring the camera around more towards you. How's that? What's your name?
Dan Grice. Dan Grice.
Glad to meet you, Dan.
G-R-I-S-T.
Yeah, talk into the mic. You can move it all you want to. I got lots of cord.
I am getting cut off once more.
No, you're doing all right. I can push you in a little more too. How's that?
That's fine.
All right, we can get you in there anyway. We need you in there. They don't need to see my ugly face. They see my ugly face every week. So I don't do the live show. This is a live show. It's going out on the internet live. And in about 3 weeks, it will be on the internet and a recording, and you can show it to your friends and family and
Okay.
the whole show, not just you, but the whole show, Dan.
Very good.
My name is Dale. I'm a veteran as well. I was in Korea, not during the war, but I was in Korea in 72, 73, 71,
Okay.
72, 70. Yeah. 13 months over there.
I was in there in 1951 to 54.
Okay.
One end of the.
One end to the other.
I was in the Navy,
Okay.
an aircraft carrier. I was a radarman.
Okay.
And so we spent most of our time out at sea.
Yeah, you would. My brother was in the Navy for 20 years. Yep. He went to Panama, Korea, Vietnam, and Grenada.
Oh yeah,
Went to all those
made
wars.
the run.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He was on aircraft carrier too. He was on the Coral Sea
Uh-huh.
for many years. He was an Airedale,
Yeah.
putting bombs on airplanes. I never thought that was a fun job, playing around with bombs on moving ship.
Yeah.
But he loved it.
Yeah.
So what do you think how long are you in the service?
3 years, 10 months, 14 days.
Oh, you don't remember it all, do you? I don't even remember that well.
I just said that. I was in there 3 years
Yeah,
and a half.
yeah.
Uh,
Did you enjoy the time you were in the service, or was this something you did?
yeah. our home port was Yokosuka, Japan,
Okay.
which is anybody in the Navy will know about it over there.
Yeah, I don't know because I was Army.
Uh-huh. But anyway, and so we would stay out at sea, and they would bring our food, well, not the food, but our ammunition and aviation gas
And stuff.
out
Yeah.
on a ship
Yeah.
out, and then our job was to keep track of our aircraft when they went over to Korea,
Okay.
and when they started coming back, we had them squawk IFF,
Hmm.
and they make horizontal pips on the radar,
Right.
and we would know that then they were friendly.
Yeah.
And I can write backwards because they have a vertical plotting board,
Hmm.
and we're on the other side, and so the people can read it on
You still can write backwards?
it.
Wow. That's a skill I think would go away after you stop using it every day.
Yeah, and so we stood lookouts also
Hmm.
up there.
Did you ever have any attacks on your ship from the north?
No, we never had,
Never, North Korea never came.
which was good.
Yeah, that's good news.
Yeah. So that's my military experience.
So where you from, Dad?
Huh?
Where you from?
From Cottonwood Falls, Kansas.
Kansas.
Uh-huh.
How far is that from Hutchinson, Kansas?
Hudson, yeah, my aunt lives there.
My whole family lives there.
Uh-huh.
In fact, there's one name for the county. Because I'm a Hutchinson. So the
Yeah.
county's was named for some of my relatives way back in the day.
We had 900 in the town. No cats and chickens.
Yeah, it's like my hometown had 350 if you counted the kids, the cats, and the dogs.
Yeah.
That's the kind of town I grew up in. So,
Yeah,
you have any children go into the military?
I know.
No.
And my family's pretty well gone right now. I got
Yeah.
a brother-in-law in Wichita.
Yeah, I know
and
that. I only have a sister left in like Littleton.
The scout brought me in doctor in a wound that I've had since I was in Wichita
Oh,
over a year ago.
oh man.
And it's a deep wound,
Yeah.
and she comes every other day.
Every other day it cleans it and rebandages it for you.
To bandage it up.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you got somebody taking care of you,
Yeah.
Dan. I'd love to see that.
Yeah. She's good.
How long you been in Cadence?
Huh?
How long have you been here?
This little over a year.
Just a little over a year.
Uh-huh. I just moved around the corner.
Oh,
I lived in Silver Valley.
okay, yeah. I came all the way from the DTC
Okay.
when I moved in here, and it's been about
Yeah.
8 months now.
Yeah.
And I run a podcast, of course. That's what I do. I was in the military.
So, what service were you
I
in?
was in the Army. I was a cook.
You were a cook.
Cook in the
Okay.
Army. Yeah, I was one of those guys.
Yeah.
But I'm a good cook. I'm a chef to begin with. I spent many years as a chef,
Yeah.
even before I went into the military. And my troops ate well.
Uh-huh.
Even the crappy food they gave us, I could still turn it up to a pretty decent meal.
Okay.
Wasn't good, really, really good, but it was good enough.
Uh-huh.
So I was very proud of my service for that.
Sure.
I was with D Company 2nd Engineer Battalion.
Yeah.
I was in 3 companies in Korea. I was with the 5th to the 38th Artillery up on the DMZ. I was with General and Headquarters General's Mess. Then I went to B Company 2nd Engineers.
Okay.
That's where I spent most of my time,
Uh-huh.
which was just south of the DMZ.
Uh-huh.
So, what else you want to tell us?
Well, when I was living at home there, we had a courthouse that is a landmark in Kansas City, only working courthouse left in Kansas, and it's a Victorian.
Oh,
It's at the end of a cobblestone street.
I bet that's gorgeous.
Like people come from all around.
Oh, of course they would.
And then I live in an area they call the Flint Hills,
Hmm.
and that's a blue stem grass, and the Texans ship their cattle
Oh, to feed.
up there. Yeah.
Must be good grass for cattle. The
Yeah.
Kansas Texans are spending that kind of money.
And Kansas is noted for its wheat, but our in our area it's mostly beef
Beef.
cattle.
Yeah.
So that's that story of mine.
All right, Dan. Thank you very much. And I'm proud of your service, and thank you for it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for volunteering to come up here and be interviewed.
Huh?
I'm proud of you for coming up here to be interviewed.
Oh, that's fun. She just came, and I said, "Well, I had a deal over here at 9 o'clock," and she says, "Well, I'll get you over there."
Okay. She's gonna come back and get you.
Huh?
She gonna.
No, I'm gonna need somebody to take
Okay.
me back.
Let me see if I can track somebody down.
Number 2.
Angel.
Uh,
Kevin.
oh, here's my man. He can take care of me.
Can you take him over to building
I'm
2?
ready to go back. I just got that. Uh-huh.
Agnes, did you want to be interviewed?
No, I'm just here.
You're just here to pay attention?
I'm just here. Well, I did have 3 of my family were on the service. I had one in the army, one in the Navy.
You want to talk about it?
A brother and 2 nephews.
You want to come up and talk about it?
I had one nephew that actually was just 18-year-old. He got it for, on the land beaches of France.
Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
The other was afterwards.
My condolences.
That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've run out of volunteers unless. Why not? How about you, Ed?
Go ahead.
You want to bring your walker over? Got another volunteer coming up to be interviewed. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Mr. Ed here for us, as we affectionately call him. Gotta love his hat. It says no wine if you can't read it. So we all love his hat. So welcome to the show, Ed.
Was that,
What, you were in the Navy?
yeah,
How long?
I guess it's large start. 1950, 4 years.
4 years? Did you make it to Korea during the war, or were you? Yeah, you on the ship?
I was a oil tank.
Oil tanker? So you delivered all the oil to the other battleships.
Yeah. We would go in, these warships come in and fire at the beach. They stop Widow, Italy, they stuck fired again. So that was my experience.
You experienced in the Army or the Navy? Yeah. I understand you was a dance instructor for a few decades.
Oh,
A dance instructor for a few days
that was after the Navy.
after the Navy.
Wasn't a few days. It's 50 years.
50 years is working as a dance instructor. That's amazing that your legs held up that long.
And along with that, 30 years with the post.
30 years?
But let's talk about the
You held two jobs at once? You did two jobs at once. You did the post office for 30 years, you said? And then did you told me once you became a supervisor in the airport?
yeah. But let me tell you, the Navy.
Okay.
So I went. I went the Navy and went through boot camp,
Well,
San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah. And then they came and said, Ed, we want you to push a company to boot camp.
Okay.
So peons don't do
No.
what I did.
Good for you.
I accepted. And I pushed the company through boot camp.
Good for you. That's excellent. That doesn't happen very often.
No. So boot camp, you're supposed to make them aware of all of the orders,
Mm-hmm.
discipline that they're under. So I pushed this company with boot camp.
Well, good for you. That's an honorable thing to do.
But I wasn't regular leader.
No. You just got volunteered.
I was anti-authoritarian.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't say, get on your knees, crawl
Yeah.
to this, like
Yeah.
the other.
I had a few drill sergeants like that in the military when I went through basic training in the Army. Sergeant Dixon was his name. I never will forget him. Big old black man. It was just looked meaner than hell when I first saw him. 19-year-old kid. Scared to death out of him.
So pushed the company through boot camp. And I went one ship. That was a Navy cruiser.
Cruiser?
Uh, well, we took oil out
Oh, tanker.
and tank
Yeah.
to everyone. So I was on the deck one day,
Okay.
and my boss said, Ed, why are you always first one on the job? I said, because I'm anti-authoritarian. I don't want you yelling at me.
That's a good reason not to be last.
So he said, well, in that case, I'm putting you in charge of the boats.
Okay.
So we had 7 boats on that ship, so that if we had problems, we could take a boat, get over the side, and float.
Yeah,
To
far away.
safety.
Yeah. Lifeboats.
So we kept all of those boats along with captains to
Mm-hmm.
boats for the beach.
Yep.
Kept them all
Keep them in good shape so you could escape if you had to.
full of food, full of water,
Mm-hmm.
full of uh, oil to run.
Yeah, they needed that. Needed the fuel. Tell me, Ed, where are you from originally?
Fort Collins.
Are you from Colorado?
Fort Collins,
Yeah, you're a Colorado native.
Colorado.
Congratulations. So am I. So am I. Born in Creed. I don't know if you know where that is, but that's way down south. It's in the San Luis Valley, up in the mountains there.
So if you hear more, I have more to tell you.
Well, go ahead. Talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, okay.
Well, I was on that ship with this guy that knew I was an anti-authority,
Yeah.
and I was sitting down on the deck, and I told this guy, would you take this over there for me? This officer came out. He said, you don't ask to do anything. You tell
That's the way it's supposed to be. Chain of
never-
command. Discipline.
I never did.
Yeah. Discipline in the military is very important, along with
That's right. But I had a little fellow that was a box.
yeah. I was appointed mess sergeant on several occasions when I was in Korea, and I had to work with that, and I also was mess sergeant for a while in Fort Knox, Kentucky, in a basic training unit, just like you were in boot camp. And you can't, you can't ask them. You have to discipline, keep them disciplined, especially with boots. The new people, you got to keep them disciplined.
But this little guy, I noticed there were about 8 guys in the group that didn't have home gifts.
Hmm.
So I put this little guy in charge. And they knew he was a box. So when he said, this is what I want you to do, they did.
Yeah, they're undisciplined. They needed somebody to discipline them.
But I had 80 guys in the company,
Hmm.
and I led them through it. And they followed every 2 weeks. I did. Column right, right, column left, right, to the rear.
Yep.
So give them all those orders. They all followed well in time. They did really good
Good.
as a company.
Sounds like you kept them pretty well disciplined.
I didn't have to. I just told them what to do.
Yeah, and that kept them working, kept them doing good.
So then I went back on that ship and did the boat type of thing.
Okay.
So, and I went downstairs. I told this guy, it's time to get up, and go do your job. And he said, no, I'm sleeping. I'm not going to. I said, well, if that's the case non-report. And so I went back, sitting in my chair. He come running up there, gonna beat me,
Uh,
charge me. Tried to hit. I did.
good for you.
He decided to go to work.
Yeah.
The commander saw what happened. He said, I want to see Ed tomorrow. So he said, Ed, you're the police on the ship because I can handle people calm and well. I could handle those that didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a police. All I did, walk around, check everything that was going.
Mm-hmm.
When I found problems, I would go in to the guy that led the unit and I'd say, you have this problem up. Why don't you have it fix it? So he'd send the person up
Mm-hmm.
to fix it. So I wasn't that guy that was pushing.
Yeah.
It was the boss that was always in.
Sounds like you had a very interesting career in the military, in the Navy.
Yeah. So then I went on shore patrol and I go around to the bars and these guys were getting drunk on the beach. And I make sure there was I'd make sure there was no problems.
Yeah.
And it'd come time for him to go back to the beach. I'd walk through the bars and I would say, it's time to go back to the ship. So make this your last drink. They did. They followed the request.
Good. Sounds like you had a pretty good command voice. Sense of command, sense of order, sense of discipline.
So I took care of most of it on the beach, except I did have a few problems.
Well, yeah, you're going to when you get a bunch of sailors and alcohol together.
Well, I got called this other shore patrol, and I said, go into this bar and take care of this problem. Walked in, there was a big black guy and a big Irish. They had these long knives. They were going to cut everybody up. And so I started talking to him, got him calmed down. And so the bartender took this black guy's knife and he got upset. So they were going to start another fight.
Mm-hmm.
But by that time, outside forces knew the problem.
Mm-hmm.
They had 15 Filipinos come charging in with handcuffs, beat the hell out of those two guys, put them in jail.
Mm-hmm.
That was my most dangerous.
Yeah, you had a very, very varied career in the military between tankers and shore patrol and other duties that you were assigned. Sounds like, did you enjoy the military? Did you enjoy the military?
because I was always the boss.
Thank you, Angel.
Yeah, so you liked being in the Navy.
Yeah, like I said, I was always in charge.
Yeah,
And-
that always makes life easier when you're the boss.
But I wasn't authoritative
Hmm.
about it. I explained what needed
Hmm.
to be.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to have to stay here for lunch. Stay here.
Well, Ed, I'm about out of time. Thank you for your story. It was an incredible story. I really enjoyed it. And thank you for your service. I'm proud of you for your service to the United States of America. And I like you as a gentleman. We have some great conversations at dinner and at meals. We'd like to sit down here one of these days and have a conversation with you when I have time.
First, the 29th.
Thank you, Ed.
Can't let somebody
Could you bring his walker?
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
real and say,
You want to sit back over here for a while?
I didn't
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much does the show. I don't have any more volunteers. I tried to talk one more into doing it, and she didn't want to do it, which is fine. It's up to them. It's totally up to them. I'm proud of our veterans here at Cadence, especially the ones that stepped forward and interviewed. Got one gentleman who won't interview, and he wasn't even a veteran. Oh well. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining us this morning. I will publish this in about 3 weeks, so it'll be back on the internet in about 3 weeks, and you can listen to it again and share it with other people about some interesting stories of people in the military and the spouse of one military, a mother of several military people who are just incredible people. They're wonderful. They've done a great job for us as members of the armed forces of the United States of America, one of the best countries in the whole world. So thank you for joining us, and I will be seeing you as soon.